very quickly, that brings us to the final award of the evening. And we say this very special award. We're so happy that he's here, his family, to join us. I'd like to bring up Henry McGee, Senior Lecturer of Business Administration at Harvard Business School. He's a member of the General Management Unit. He teaches the required MBA courses, Leadership and Corporate Accountability, and Field Immersion Experience for Leadership Development. In addition, he's an instructor in the executive education course, The Business of Entertainment, Media, and Sports. He's a member of the Harvard Business School Business History Initiative and a director of the Pew Research Center in Washington, D.C. Prior to his appointment to the faculty in July 2013, McGee was president of HBO Home Entertainment, the DVD and digital program distribution division of Home Box Office. He's a recipient of numerous industry awards for his pioneering use of internet-based marketing and early adoption of high-definition format for the company's releases. McGee was named one of the 50 most powerful African Americans in the entertainment business by Black Enterprise magazine. He served as the director of the Digital Entertainment Group, the Trade Association of Entertainment Companies and Electronic Manufacturers, focused on fostering new technologies. He joined HBO immediately after graduating from Harvard Business School in 1978. During the course of his 34-year career with the company, he held posts in a wide range of areas, including family programming, film acquisition, and international co-production. Named president of HBO Home Entertainment in 1995, McGee oversaw the release of numerous multi-million selling releases, including The Sopranos, Sex and the City, Band of Brothers, and Game of Thrones. With the launch of offices in London and Toronto, he drove the company expansion in this international business, and HBO titles are now, because of him, distributed in more than 70 countries around the globe. In 1987, he was inducted into the Hall of Fame of the National Association of Minorities in Communications. He's named one of New York's top 100 minority executives by Crain's New York Business. That same year, he was elected a Fellow of the United Kingdom's RSA, Royal Society for the Encouragement of the Arts, Manufacturers, and Commerce. I have to now take this moment to bring to the stage Professor Henry McGee.
Thank you for that introduction. If you find the guy who fits that, let me know. Good evening, everyone. It's really a huge honor to be able to give this special award to an extraordinary person. You know, at Harvard, we often look to the wise expressions of ancient Latin and Greek to help us capture our essential values. So, for example, as you can see here in front of me, the university's expression is veritas, or the word for truth. There's another Latin word called epocha, from which we get the word epoch, which is a way of describing an era of notable events. Harvard Business School initiated a new epoch 99 years ago when it graduated its first African American. Some 8 decades later, a polymath, that's another word of Greek origin, would arrive on campus. This African American polymath was a master of many things: a musician, a recording artist, a songwriter, and a producer who has had 33 #1 records and 3 Grammy Awards. He's really an extraordinary businessman who's brought great honor to Harvard Business School, whose mission is to create leaders who make a difference in the world. and he certainly has made a difference. In Latin, the word epicus means story or song, often celebrating significant events to a culture or a nation. In English, the word is epic, and it's extremely fitting tonight that we're celebrating the achievements of the chairman and CEO of the appropriately named Epic Records Group, Mr. Antonio L.A. Reid. Leaving the ancient world of Europe for a minute and hopscotching, as we like to do at this global university, over to China, it's often been attributed to Confucius that a picture is worth 1,000 words. And so to learn more about the extraordinary achievements of LA, I want to show a video, and yes, that is from the Roman words of to see and to hear. So let's see.
This is L.A. Reid. Record producer, songwriter, label executive, and Harvard's Advanced Management Program alumni. Antonio L.A. Reid is unquestionably one of the most respected and successful entrepreneurial music executives of all time. Think of some contemporary names in popular music, and chances are L.A. Reid had a hand in making them who they are today. With 3 Grammys, including the 2013 Grammy Icon Award, 18 BMI Awards, plus MTV and BET Awards, countless gold and platinum selling records, and numerous additional honors, he is one of the most decorated producers and label executives ever. For nearly 30 years, L.A. Reid has been one of the most influential forces in modern music.
Did you know L.A. Reid started off as a drummer? He was an artist, writer, producer, record exec.
In 1989, L.A. teamed up with multi-platinum artist Babyface to launch LaFace Records.
There's a confidence that is in L.A. that was always with him. It doesn't matter what the task is, he wasn't afraid. And that kind of confidence is what has, to this day, kept him at the top.
Together, they racked up an astounding 33 #1 singles and 3 Grammy Awards, introducing artists who helped define R&B, including Toni Braxton, TLC, and Usher. From LaFace, he made the jump to Arista Records, where in 2003 he released Outkast's best-selling record and Grammy Award winner for Album of the Year, Speakerboxxx, The Love Below.
Changed my life drastically because I don't know where I would be if it weren't for the opportunity that LaFace gave us back in the day.
Introduced multi-platinum artist Pink and Avril Lavigne, and executive produced the best-selling album of 2004, Usher's Confessions.
He just has this hunger to tell the story the right way, to get it done the right way.
LA was the person that at the end of the day could have squashed misunderstood from happening. And I quote him, he gave me the opportunity to fail. He believed in me a lot of times when no one else did.
Reid continued his streak of success at Island Def Jam Music Group, where as chairman he scored his 2nd consecutive year's best-selling record with Mariah Carey's 2005 multi-platinum album, The Emancipation of Mimi.
I love working with L.A. He truly has an ear for music. He always has.
At Island Def Jam, L.A. would go on to executive produce albums from artists who defined an entire generation of music. Jay-Z, Nas, Kanye West, The Killers, Rihanna, Jennifer Lopez, Justin Bieber, Bon Jovi, Neo, Young Jeezy, Ludacris, Rick Ross, and many others. Today, Reid is finding new ways to do what he does best: identify, launch, and build new careers. After 2 years of shaping the next generation of superstars as a judge on the X Factor, he has taken over as chairman and CEO of Epic Records with a creative and management philosophy that creates a synergy between artists, music, television, video, and new technologies. L.A. Reid is now taking Epic to new heights, molding fresh talent like Future, Meghan Trainor, Fifth Harmony, Congos, and Bobby Shmurda. Just ask anybody, they'll tell you, Antonio L.A. Reid is the man to watch. And today it is very clear, L.A. Reid is not just producing epic music, he is continuing to show the world what it means to be epic.
Please join me in welcoming to the stage Mr. L.A. Reid. Standing ovation, well deserved. This is the sort of reception you get. For a quarter of a century, you've been changing the face of music and culture. So, congratulations. Let me read this to you. The Harvard University Alumni Award for Excellence in Media and Entertainment. This award is presented to Antonio M. Reid in recognition of your pioneering career achievements in the entertainment industry and outstanding philanthropic effort that have made a positive impact in shaping the minds and dreams of youth for generations to come. Congratulations.
Thank you. First of all, Professor McGee, that was really interesting. Thank you. And to Cheryl, Joyner, thank you so much. Mostly for those encouraging words that you gave me before we started. It was really helpful to me because I wasn't quite sure. I said, I don't really know. I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. This is the first time I've been invited back to Harvard since I left. And I believe in family. I take my family everywhere we go, but I wasn't sure was I a member of the Harvard family or not, but I guess I am. And that matters more to me than anything. Because everywhere I go, I try to drop the Mariah card. Some people just don't quite get that. I drop the Justin Bieber card. I think that's going to work everywhere. No, doesn't work. Drop the Kanye card. That's going to work. Not everywhere. When I drop the Harvard card, that works every time. So thank you guys so much for this honor. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Please welcome our beloved president, Lawrence Adjunct.
Good evening, everyone. So I'm going to keep it brief or I'll get in trouble. So generally you come to these events and there's a couple of questions always comes out. What do you guys do as HBAS? What could we do? And there's also just a place for us to just give gratitude. And so I just want to share quickly what we do in 3 guiding principles. Our goal is to increase access to and awareness of Harvard for Black students around the world. There are 2 things you could think about in your communities when you interviewed. I don't know how many of you raise your hand if you interviewed with somebody who was of color. Okay? All right. There's a great opportunity that HBS is behind of ensuring and encouraging alumni to be alumni interviewers in your city, and that's a big program that we get behind. The second program we get behind, which is a new one with Polling in Atlanta, is we are sponsoring summer programs for African American middle school students. It's been found that one of the biggest periods of learning loss happens during the summer. And so we want to make sure that we are funding African American students to continue their learning during the summer. Improving the experience and performance of Black students at the university and in society. Now obviously we all came here and we graduated. Some people are still candidates to graduate. But experience of Black students, you think about I2M Harvard, that's about your experience. And our Black alumni coming back so that they know that yes, they are to Harvard. That's a big piece. Second, a big collaboration that we're doing moving forward is with the Stephen C. Rose Legacy Fund. As you know, this is a big effort and initiative sparked by the loss of one of our brothers, my classmate, who lost his life last year. The goal is to promote mental health and well-being awareness amongst alumni, as well as in broader society. And that's something you should get behind. And lastly, I'll fast track a bit. Building an institutional legacy at Harvard that reflects a commitment to Black students, alumni, faculty, and community. I just have to say one name, David L. Evans. It would have been great if he came up because you know he'd make us laugh. But the reality is, although he's carried the beautiful burden of ensuring that African Americans make the makeup of our student body at the undergraduate level, he cannot carry that burden forever. And it's extremely important that we as an organization, we as a community, are supporting this organization so that we make it easier and we can be a part of the process of attracting other people who want to be a part of the battle of attracting great African American candidates to Harvard. So please, we encourage you to be involved. What you can do, you heard a lot of the programs that we do, but we just encourage you to connect with people here, connect with your classmates here, and connect in your local communities with these programs that we have coming on. Contribute. Our goal for this alumni weekend was to raise $250,000. And as you guys know, about a few weekends ago, we were able to raise over $1 million in pledges in one evening for the David L. Evans Scholarship Fund. However, the reality is that the call and the mandate that we have as Harvard Black alumni requires resources, it requires support. And oftentimes you ask us, what could we do? It costs money. And it is unfortunate that when my counterparts from Stanford or Yale or Princeton, who has theirs coming up, they talk about the resources they have, and I look at our account weekly, and I see that we're falling behind. It really takes your commitment and contribution to do so. And then lastly, come back. You saw and you interacted with many of the students, not only at the Harvard at 378 panel, but Activism Through the Ages, and just a number of different discussions that we had over the course of the weekend. Students need to see you on campus. Students need to see you at these programs. They need to connect with you. When I heard of I2M Harvard, I remember I was on campus, I said, what, do they know about the Black Guide to Life at Harvard? Do you know about Kiritiana, Marcus Red? Do they know about, the Derek Bell? Do they know about these people? And at the end of the day, you can't expect them just to know. You need to come back and tell your stories. And so we encourage you to come back. 3 years from now, come back. And lastly, our gratitude. Would the HBAS board please come up? LA, this is like when you're at an award ceremony, you got your posse coming up, but you know. Heather Johnston, our Youth Affairs Chair. Gabrielle Foxing, one of our development co-chairs. Kimberly Hope Kane, one of our communication co-chairs. Amarachi Ruzra, one of our development co-chairs. Mark Price, one of the founders of the organization and vice president. Sangu Bele, our student affairs chair. Brian Benjamin, our nominating chair. Yvonne Ozerim, our secretary. Monica Clark, one of our communication co-chairs. Paris Woods, one of our admissions co-chairs. But a big part of us coming together as family, as a board, was to show love to our co-chairs and our lead co-chairs of this weekend. I cannot give enough words to Cheryl, but I will share this. This process has been 5 years, and you could argue that this has taken 5 years, but for the past 2 years, this is a volunteer effort. People have their jobs, they have their family, they have issues, but on a weekly basis, but on a weekly basis, as a board, we know that there were co-chairs on a weekly basis meeting, talking, coming to campus to make this event possible. And what you see is the vision of an amazing lady, Cheryl Joyner. Everybody get up. On behalf of the Harvard Black Alumni Society, the rest of the HBAW Planning Committee, and your family, your community here, thank you, Cheryl.
Campus don't go anywhere. Where's Justin? Because we live this together. My co-chairs, Candace Player. Please give her a hand. And Justin Walker White, who's out here in this room somewhere. Thank you. You know, 14 schools, generations of alumni reuniting as one. That was the vision. And I'm so happy that this is our largest one. We've really reached out to every single school and said, this is all of us, please come together as one. And we certainly did, didn't we? Yes, yes. Thank you so much. It's never done. I'd like to thank everyone for returning back home to Harvard. L.A. Reid, home to Harvard. Frank Cooper, thank you, Professor Ogletree. I have to share this with the room because I learned something today that I didn't know at the Harvard at 378 panel. When you got pulled over and the police were asking for your license, you gave them, because of racial profiling, right? You said Michael Gary or Honorary said this, your license and your Harvard ID. I'll get that. We need to repeat that, don't we? To make sure. When you get stopped, make sure you get more than just your license. Where's that senior vice president business card, that partner business card? Oh, I learned that. I got that one. I wanted to have this event this evening to be a little less formal, you know, more about connecting with each other from the 14 schools. Get to know someone from a different school. You know, I come from the business school, and so I'm used to just seeing all business school alumni. But I've met people from the medical school and the Kennedy School and School of Design, and I think that's pretty wonderful. So tonight what we're going to do is we're going to now open up, we're going to eat, and we're going to take away the chairs. I'm going to take off my shoes and we're going to party tonight. Enjoy.